crazy. Just because I know about this fan base from just being a Laker, being friends with Kobe and talking about Asia and his travels and understanding that this is a crazy, crazy market for basketball. So
Well, of course, we just celebrated Kobe Bryant Day.
yeah.
Yes, and what does Kobe Bryant mean to? I mean, of course, the best lessons that you learned from him, and of course, how are you applying that to your game right now?
I mean, it means the world. It means everything. I think I was very blessed and fortunate when I first came into the NBA to build like a relationship, relationship with him, and ask him about a lot of different things, whether it was basketball, life, business, relationship, what to do, what not to do. I think coming into the NBA, being 22 years old, 21, 22, and having somebody like that as a mentor, to just guide me, but also just for me to take his words and do whatever with them, is invaluable. So.
Now, Kyle, of course, it's great that you're here in Manila as we talk about your game on how your season was. But as Carlo introduced you a while ago, you have a lot of interests and want to pursue many things. And of course, we know that from your tunnel fits that you've got a strong passion for fashion. And you've mentioned before that Asian fashion, especially places like Shanghai, really resonates with you. At least in your 24 hours in Manila, did anything resonate with you? Of course, in that sense, Kyle. Of course, the Asian fashion and culture.
I feel like it always has. I feel like I've always been, I've always admired, just Asian fashion. I think a lot of the trends are always sit over here. I think, people on the east side of the world are very tasteful. They care about materials, fabrics, what they wear, how they present themselves, greetings. So I think naturally, I've always kind of took that a little bit. So,
And of course, your brand, Childhood Dreams, has been a significant outlet for you to express, of course, your love for fashion, for art, and sustainability. How do you see your brand evolving, especially after immersing yourself? Of course, we appreciate that you mentioned the people in the culture in the East have that sense of taste.
yeah, I really want to bring more of it out here. I think that's something that is my next steps. Meeting more people over here, distributors, to share, kind of my artistry and what I look at as clothing. So that's definitely at the top of my agenda for sure.
Now, for a more personal question, Kyle, we know that basketball players are very much immersed in the game. They devote themselves to the game. But where did this come from? Your interest in art, for passion, of course, building also your brand in terms of from a business perspective.
I've always been interested in art. I think it starts as a kid. I used to draw as a kid a lot, whether it was elementary. Always had a notebook with me drawing anime characters, Dragon Ball Z, and certain landscapes and houses and stuff. So I think naturally, being that way as a kid really, made me who I am today with, how much I love actual art or collecting art or clothing and fashion because that's art as well. So I think it all just ties in and that started when I was a child. So.
Kyle, another aspect that is close to your heart is your nonprofit, supporting single mothers and their children. What drives you to pursue this kind of work? And of course, where did it come from? And what drives you, of course, to support and grow this more for more awareness and, of course, for more people to support this?
Just giving back. I think, that's super, super important. I know when I was a kid, I had a good life for sure, but also it was challenging in a certain sense. Growing up in Flint, Michigan, grew up with a single mother. Mom worked a bunch of different jobs, 2 jobs sometimes. Grandmother had to raise us a bunch of times. I had to babysit by myself at a young age with my 2 younger siblings. So I understand what it's like to have humble beginnings and not a crazy head start into life. And I think that the way my mom is, she runs our nonprofit. She is president, and I think it's important to give back, and especially it's relatable to me. Like you said, single mothers, underprivileged kids. That was me. That was us. So it's important.
Let's go to basketball now. 22-6-4, taking on a more leadership role. How do you see your season now with the Wizards? And of course, how do you see yourself maybe placing more? Of course, in terms of getting better in the East, and at the same time, how do you see yourself improving your game?
Yeah, it's all about getting better as a team. I think that's the most important thing to me right now because. I think the past 2 seasons I've had career years and I've gotten better and better, but winning a championship, I like to win. I felt how to win, and I think that having career years are good, but it's not as fun if the people with you aren't having career years as well and having collective team wins. So I think this year is all about building that and helping others get better. Bless you.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's super important to me. Trying to just build a winning culture. Last year was the first year of our rebuild. This is year 2. We're a young team, but we have a lot of talent and good character guys. We had a mini camp a couple weeks ago. With the whole team, the new guys. So. It'd be great.
What is it like right now? More on the Mamba mentality. Of course, you gotta build, rebuild to be successful in your own way. What's that like, especially taking on a leadership role and relating it, of course, to Mamba and Kobe Bryant?
You just have to live it every day. I think I do that. Because at the end of the day, I've been in the league for 8 years, and I love it just as if I was a kid still. As you get older, you take a little bit more breaks in the off season, but when I have a basketball in my hands, when I'm training, I feel like a kid again, and I think that's what always keeps me going and pushes me to kind of strive for that mentality. It's all about passion. So, if you love something, you're gonna do it to the best of your ability. So.
Well said. So for my last question, Kyle, I'm going to compound this one. What are the Filipino fans going to expect in your stay, and of course, what are you looking forward most in your future?
Say it one more time.
What are the Filipino fans going to expect today? I know that you're going to do a basketball clinic, and at the same time, more or less outlook for the future seasons, especially business-wise and art, etc.
A lot. Like I said, this is my first time being here. Unbelievable reception and love coming here, and I've always wanted to come here. So I think. Now that the world is really opened back up, and a lot of us are able to travel more and be back over in Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Philippines, something that I plan to do every year to get back on track. Because at the beginning of my career, I was always in Asia, and they got derailed a little bit, but not back. So. Mm-hmm.
All right, lastly, Kyle, your message to Filipino media, Filipino fans.
Yeah, one, thank you guys for all coming out. This is incredible. Just the love here is amazing. I truly, truly appreciate it, and I'm excited to see a lot more to come. So,
all right, so there you have it. Give it up for Mr. Kyle.